I just want to tell 50 something. There's nothing you can do to get back at Diddy. They didn't give him a life sentence. Say, man, listen. I know you still mad cause the boy had your baby mama over there. Oh, yeah. Playing foosball with her. That's the foosball machine with the two, you all them one men. Ain't that the thing? You spin them in the soccer man spin. Yeah, he had your baby mama over there playing foosball with the little boy in there watching, a big screen TV. Who you think was coming out telling him everything gonna be all right? It wasn't his mama. She was in there. She was the ball on the foosball table, so they were kicking her around. That was Diddy, man. So you gotta, there's nothing else, 50. You gotta appreciate Diddy, cause unless he turned the boy into a freak too. Now, if he done turned your boy into a freak, kick his ass. Do exactly what he did. Now, if that boy ain't no freak, and all he heard was his mama, oh Lord, and he didn't get to see nothing, man, raise up all Diddy, my nigga. Yeah, raise up all Diddy. But I can't tell a nigga to raise up. If a nigga get my baby mama and do it like that, how he done your baby mama with me hoe in the house, I be doing him the same way. So yeah. You say nigga done my baby mama like that with me hoe in the house. That's why I've been trying, man, why I'm 50 on the boy like that? But I forgot, man, in my fact, she still work for him today, don't she? You might have to make a part two. say, to release all them emotions you hide behind, my nigga. Now I know, listen, a man is a man. You can't act like that, don't bother you. Cause you didn't do this to him when he tried to, take you on the shopping trip, Fifth. Come on, Kurt, don't do that, man. Just say, pull back. Listen, unless he turned your boy into a freak. Do you see that little boy like it? Cause you know kids ain't supposed to be exposed to sexual noises or sexual content. Did it do the boy like this here? Is that why you smashing on him? Only the strong can show compassion for the weak. 50? That's all I'm saying, man. Oh, God damn it. Nigga, I like Diddy. Outside of what he do at the Diddy party and Tupac, I like the boy. Know why? He was a big bad wolf. Ain't nobody whooped him. Yeah, he the only nigga I know hanging nigga over the balcony by this blowing up car. By taking another nigga and making it hit like he did your woman. That's the only nigga I know in the industry done this. Done freaked all you niggas hoes. Done freaked half you nigga rappers. And everybody's. Only thing they got is a nigga saying, man, he paid me to fuck Cassie. They ain't got no woman saying nothing bad on Diddy. Cassie not even saying nothing bad. How nigga gonna be mad at Diddy, my nigga? Unless he got your baby mama and took her down through there. What, don't they got a song, Take Me Through It? They say Diddy gonna take a hoe through there and then pump her back to life. That man said nigga was kidding hoes with, yeah, in satisfaction. Most hoes wanna die satisfying, calming until they have to do it. Yeah, they think most hoes wanna lay around and calm all day till there's a nigga like Diddy making them have to do it. Bitch, say, nigga, back up. Nigga, she dead. Beat. Nigga, go get the IV doctor. Get her some more nutrients. Put the oxygen mask on her. And get that jelly. Put that jelly and put it back on her pussy. By the time she get ready, that motherfucker jelly gonna be sitting right. And he back down there through there. Yeah.
All right, y'all, we back. And if you've been following the 50 Cent versus Diddy saga, and at this point, who hasn't, then you already know that 50 does not let up. Ever. But this time, Charleston White had something to say about it. And Charleston White, as always, came with a perspective that nobody else in the room was willing to give. So let's break this all the way down. Real talk. Segment 1. Set the stage. What 50 Cent actually did. So first, let's get everybody on the same page with what sparked all of this. In July 2025, Sean Diddy Combs was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. By October 2025, he was sentenced to 4 years and 2 months in federal prison, plus a $500,000 fine. Not life, not 30 years, 4 years. Now, 50 Cent, who has been on Diddy's neck since the early 2000s, was not about to let that moment pass quietly. On December 2nd, 2025, 50 dropped a 4-part Netflix docuseries called Sean Combs: The Reckoning, which he executive produced through G Unit Film and Television, along with Emmy Award-winning director Alexandria Stapleton. The doc features never-before-seen footage of Diddy in a hotel room just 6 days before his arrest, where he's literally on the phone talking about wanting to fight for his life. 50 Cent's words were he was documenting himself on his way to jail. But 50 wasn't done. He then went and did a promotional interview on ABC News, and here's the part that had the internet losing its mind, reportedly choosing ABC because that's the channel inmates can watch in federal prison. When confronted about it online, 50 responded on Instagram with just, "I thought about it. What's wrong with that?" That's the level of pettiness we're dealing with. Now enter Charleston White. Segment 2. What Charleston White actually said. Charleston White came through with his unfiltered, no-punches-pulled commentary, and his core message was basically this: 50 Cent, what are you actually accomplishing here? Charleston's argument was rooted in a simple reality. Diddy didn't get a life sentence, he got 4 years. In Charleston's mind, that fundamentally limits how much power 50 has in this situation. You can drop a documentary, you can do ABC interviews, but the man is getting out, so what's the end game? And then Charleston went somewhere deeply personal, referencing the well-known history between 50 Cent, his son Marquise Jackson, and Shaniqua Jackson, Marquise's mother. Charleston's point was raw. He's essentially saying, if you had someone having your baby mama up in their world, in their space, in their circle, and you didn't handle that at the time, then coming back years later with a documentary feels more like personal therapy than street justice. His words were pointed. He's essentially saying, you missed your window when it mattered in real time. Now you're doing it through Netflix. Charleston also made a somewhat surprising statement that outside of everything surrounding the trial, the freak-offs and the Tupac allegations, he still respected Diddy's power and audacity in the industry. He called Diddy a big bad wolf that nobody could tame, someone who had the boldness to hang people off balconies, survive beefs, and build one of the most powerful empires in hip-hop. Controversial take, absolutely, but that's Charleston White's brand. He says what others won't. Segment 3, the bigger picture. Is 50's trolling justified? Now, let's give this some real analytical weight, because there are two valid sides to this debate. On 50 Cent's side, this isn't just pettiness for pettiness' sake. 50 has been warning people about Diddy for years. He was posting about it before the Cassie lawsuit, before the federal charges, before any of it became mainstream news. When he got the Netflix deal after a massive bidding war, that wasn't clout chasing. That was 50 putting resources and credibility behind something he'd been saying publicly for over a decade. The documentary includes jurors from the trial, Aubrey O'Day, and footage that Diddy's own team is now calling a breach of trust. Diddy's mother, Janice Combs, came out publicly and said the Netflix show was full of lies and that giving creative control to 50, whom she called a longtime adversary with a personal vengeance, was wrong. That tells you the doc landed with real impact. The ABC interview angle? That's 50 operating on a psychological level. He's not just releasing content, he's engineering the delivery to ensure maximum emotional damage on a specific target. That's cold. That's calculated, and honestly, that's a level of commitment most people don't have the patience or intelligence to execute. On Charleston White's side, he raises a real question about proportionality and purpose. The sentence was 4 years. Diddy will be out. The victims, who are at the center of all of this, aren't necessarily healed by a Netflix documentary. And if 50's motivation is genuinely personal, tied to Shaniqua, tied to old wounds, then is this really about justice, or is this about 50 winning a beef he couldn't win on wax back in 2005? Charleston's challenge to 50 is essentially, prove your compassion matches your content. Segment 4, Real Talk, what this moment means for hip-hop. Here's the thing that neither 50 nor Charleston are fully saying out loud, but that this whole situation exposes. Hip-hop has a reckoning problem, not just with Diddy, with the entire culture that allowed this to go on for decades. Cassie filed her lawsuit in November 2023. Before that, rumors had been floating in industry circles for years, and yet the same artists, executives, and personalities who were now loudly condemning Diddy were often the same ones who were silent or actively participating in the culture around him. Charleston White, for all his chaos, is actually pointing at something real. The timing and the motive behind public outrage matters. 50 Cent didn't build the documentary out of pure altruism. That's okay. Good outcomes can come from messy motivations, but let's be honest about what this is.
And Diddy's 4-year sentence, that's a conversation the legal community is still having. Given the scale of the allegations, given the federal case, given the cultural trauma involved, 4 years struck a lot of people as light. But that's the legal system. And Charleston's point about there's nothing you can do to get back at Diddy reflects a frustration that many victims' advocates share, that the system didn't deliver what the moment demanded. So where does this leave us? 50 Cent is going to keep trolling because that's who 50 Cent is, and in this case, his trolling produced a genuinely impactful documentary that put real information in front of millions of people. Charleston White is going to keep saying the thing in the room nobody wants to say, and in this case, he's asking real questions about motivation, timing, and accountability. Both men are coming from a real place. Neither one is completely wrong. The question for y'all watching is, does the how matter if the what is true? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe if you're riding with us, and we'll catch you on the next one. Real talk, always. Commentary based on public statements by Charleston White, December 2025, and verified reporting on 50 Cent's Netflix docuseries Sean Combs' The Reckoning, released December 2, 2025.